All right, we're back, and as you can see, I'm having a great day tearing paper out of the book. I messed up. It happens sometimes. Everyone does it. See, even teachers make mistakes a lot. I make a lot of mistakes. Ask my class; they like to tell me about them. All right, let's look at what we got today. Today is Eureka Math Squared, fourth grade, module 4, lesson 16. I'm Mr. Short. You're here for pages 97 and 98 today. We got both sides of the paper. All right, let's get into this one. Rename each pair of fractions by using common denominators. We're looking for greater than, less than, or equal to. All right, 4/6 and 3/4. 4/6 and 3/4. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see 4/6 or 3/4 on this anywhere. Right? Do you see 6 pieces anywhere? How about 3 pieces? Well, they're there. We just got to look a little deeper and see what they gave us, right? So here, if you look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 pieces are there. They just got this orange line in there to throw us off. So this 4/6, they doubled, right? So instead of the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8. And if we double 6, we get 12. And over here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, look at that. We have another 12. So how many are colored in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one they set up for us. 9 over 12, 8 over 12, 8 twelfths is less than 9 twelfths. Do that one. It's done for us. Move on. Don't think about it anymore. I still like to draw the teeth in here sometimes to eat the bigger one. Sorry, that's the second grade teacher in me. It'll never go away. All right, now we have halves and fifths. Half, fifths. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so you can fill with your pencil. If you can hear that screeching, that's me getting my highlighters out. All right, so I'm going to highlight half. Not the best, but we're going to do it so it's highlighted. All right, there's that. That's our half. Now we need 4/5. Yeah, I know. This is taking way longer than it should. Just deal with it. I don't get to use color a lot in here. All right. So looking at this, you might kind of already see your answer. But just in case you don't, we're going to make it happen again. All right. So we got halves and fifths. And they don't exactly work together because I can't multiply 2 by something to get to 5. So what's the number that 2 and 5 both go into? Let's make this one easy with a common denominator. Let's just multiply them by each other. So I'm going to multiply 2 by 5 and 1 by 5. So 2 times 5 is 10, and then 5 times 1 is 5. So 1/2 is also 5/10. Now let's go over here. By 2 and by 2. So 5 by 2 is 10, and 5 by 4 is 8. So we got our answer there. But we need to make the pictures work. So we need 10 pieces. So I have 2. If I go that, I have 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And over here I need 10. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can just go like this, right across the middle. 10. But looking at our original drawing, you could see that 4/5 is greater than, or 1/2 is less than 4/5. 4/5 is greater than 1/2, however you want to say it. Because if we just made this in half, we could see the difference, right? Don't let it get too tricky. All right, rename each pair of fractions by using common numerators. What? Rename each pair of fractions by using common numerators. Yeah, that can't be numerators. We're going to go with common denominators because the numerator is the top number. That's not going to help us. We need the bottom numbers to be the same. So we need to find a number that both 7 and 9 go into. 7 and 9. What's the number that 7 and 9 both go into? That's a tough one. You got to think about that for a minute. I mean, 7 times 3 is 21. That doesn't work for 9. 7 times 4 is 28. That doesn't work. 7 times 5 is 35. That doesn't work. 7 times 6 is 42. Doesn't work. So why don't we just do 7 times 9 and 9 times 7? Okay. So we're going to multiply both of these by 9. 7 times 9 is what? 63. 4 times 9 is what? What's 4 times 9? 36. Over here, we're going to go by 7 and 7. So 7 times 9 again is 63. And then 7 times 5 is 35. See, they're bigger numbers, but look at our answer now. The numerator's on top. We got that, right? We got that one. There's no issues there. So which one's bigger now? Well, those pieces are the same size because there's 63 pieces for each. But this one's got 36 pieces, which is now going to say that is bigger. So 4/7 is greater than 5/9. All right, down here, I'll be a little bit easier for you, right? To find a common denominator. You got 10 here, you got a 3 here. Hey, that's going to be your easiest. Multiply this by this. I'll even help you. Look, we're going to go this one by 3, and we'll multiply this one over here by 10. Find your answer, write it down, and then show greater than, less than, or equal to. All right? I think you got that one. Let's look at the back. Mr. Davis. If you have a Mr. Davis in your school, ask him about this problem. Mr. Davis keeps track of how many steps he takes each day. Mr. Davis must have a watch on. If he does, ask him how many steps he's at. He walks 11,234 steps on Monday and 7,586 steps on Tuesday. On Wednesday, Mr. Davis walks 1,620 more steps than on Monday. On Thursday, he walks 430 fewer steps than on Tuesday. How many total steps does Mr. Davis walk? Use equations to show how you found your answer. Is your answer reasonable? This whole is your answer reasonable thing drives me nuts, but I know we got to do it. All right, so we need Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right, and Thursday. Apparently he doesn't walk on Friday. So let's find our numbers. I probably should have, we're going to do this. I should have put the numbers somewhere else, but we'll make it work. All right, so we have Monday's numbers. Monday, I should have put over here so we could add up. Monday, he had 11,234. Tuesday, 7,586. All right, on Wednesday, he walks more steps than Monday, that many more. So we can do that one. We'll do that one over here. It doesn't really matter. So Monday, this is how many he walked. And he walked more steps on Wednesday, so we're going to add that number at the bottom. So we add this real quick. 4 and 0 is, 3 plus 2 is, 2 plus 6 is, 1 plus 1 is, and 1 plus nothing is. So make sure we keep that nice and neat. And now on Thursday, he walks fewer steps than Tuesday, 430 fewer. So we're running out of room. Oh, we'll use the top. Who cares, right? As long as our work's on here somewhere. So fewer. So Tuesday we have 7,586 minus 430. 6 minus 0 is 6. I should give us more room. 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. And 7 minus nothing is 7. Wow, that's a horrible 7. So we have 7, 1, 5, 6. I'm going to add that together. Actually, you're going to add that together because I already helped you with all this other stuff. Add that together. Get your total down here. Is your answer reasonable? Explain. How can you explain, is your answer reasonable? This is something you need to be able to do on your own. I'm not going to give you an answer and have you just copy my answer because I want you to come up with this on your own. All right? Sorry, I can't do all of it for you. But look at this. I mean, this is pretty nice right here. All right, guys. That's it for today. That was lesson 16, Eureka Math Squared. 4th grade module 4, lesson 16. Pages 97, 98. I'm Mr. Short. You're done with me for today. Hey, guess what? I'll see you tomorrow for the homework. Have a good night.